About a week ago, I started building my archery workspace here behind me. Today, I just want to give a little bit of a breakdown on some of the things that I have added, but then also talk about some of the things that I hope to add in the future. Overall, it's a pretty modest setup as of right now. I got the tool chest there, put together a workbench, got a fletching jig not that long ago. Have kind of decked out my drawers with some different accessories there. Obviously got the deer mount hung, bow hung up, just got some of my other hunting gear hung, organized, all of that. So long term, I'd really love to add a bow press or something to this, but as of right now, this is going to be sufficient for everything that I do and plan to do at this space. I am super excited to have this space and figured there'd be no better way to kick it off than by building some arrows and talking through my whitetail arrow setup for 2026. Up until just a couple of months ago, I've always shot gold tip arrows, but my dad is working with the hunting group who owns Ultra Arrows, so I decided to make the switch to these just because, one, I get a little bit of a discount on them, but then two, I've heard some really good things about them. So I've been shooting with them for a few months now. Just want to walk through my arrow setup for whitetail in the 2026 deer season. The arrow that I'm going to be shooting is the Ultra Centrum Premier. This is a 300 spine arrow. It's about 9.1 grains per inch. My total arrow weight is about 455 grains after you factor in all the components. My Broadhead of Choice is the G5 Mega Meat. I've shot a lot of different broadhead setups over the years, but this one has checked all of my boxes for the time being. It's rear deploying, it's got a big cutting diameter, it's also a very quiet broadhead. So for what I'm looking for in a whitetail setup, this is the perfect blend of forgiving, but then also lethal. All right, that's enough jabbering. I'm going to take you through my process of building arrows. So I already have all of these ones wrapped. When I'm wrapping arrows, I just have this kind of like soft mat or whatever that I use to roll them out on. That helps you get a much more even placement. I try and orient them all the exact same way. These Ultra Centrums are nice though because they don't have a top spine, so you're just kind of able to pick a spot. I try and match the logo up with the logo, wrap them, and then fletch them. For my fletching jig, I'm running the OMP jig. I've got a right helical set up and then am running about a 2-degree offset. I am a big fan of the process of fletching with Tac Vanes. Obviously, using the primer pen might be a little bit of an inconvenience and not everybody likes it. But once you get these on, they're bonded so well to the arrow that you can do a lot with these. Shoot through quite a few animals. They're just very durable. So big fan of Tac Vanes for that reason. And now we're going to quickly move through the fletching process. Alright, it is just personal preference, but for me, I go off of the first line right there. That gets about the right distance that I like from my nock to the vein. So go off of that line right there. And again, pretty simple, but you just throw in your vein, get it nice and lined up, and then I always test each one, make sure it's lining up well, and then we'll prime it and then glue it. So that's looking like it's going to be right where we want it to sit. Alright, now that we have got it all set up, we've done our trial, and it's lining up good, we're just going to grab our primer pen, shake it up a little, dab it on there. It is ready to go. Alright, we've got it all primed. I'm just going to go ahead and work downward, just trying to do little beads of glue, not excessive, but just enough that you're going to get glue all the way through. So Should be good there. And we'll go ahead and set it. I like to hold the clamp down on there for probably a good 15-20 seconds before I pull it up. That just really helps you get full contact with the vane all the way from front to back. And then I always do come back in and add a dot of glue on the front and then dot of glue on the back. Again, not excessive, but just enough to hold and add a little extra durability there. I just got all of my arrows built and am obviously very excited to be using this space. Leave in the comments below any ideas or recommendations on videos I could do or things I could add to my archery workspace here.